Hey everybody, welcome back to Jarzynka Farms. I suppose the first priority of the video, we better give you guys a look at the bull and see how he's doing. Also, while we're out there in the pasture, we need to do a little work to the creep feeder out there for the calves. And then I just watched Farmer Tyler ranch and he did some mowing of some more mature grass to see if his cows would eat it better. And I'm kind of inspired, so I think we're gonna try the same. That comes with a little surprise. We might have some new critters out here on Jarzynka Farms. I almost forgot. We got to do something that's never before seen footage on Jarzynka Farms. We got to check some water and potentially do some irrigating for Dad. We need to start the video out with that. And that is what we're doing on Jarzynka Farms. "40 PSI, that's looking good." First things first, we got to check the pivot here, just make sure everything's running good and it looks good. So I think we're okay there. Whoa! Hey chickens! Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom! So here's the main thing we had to come check. Dad's got this gravity irrigated cornfield here. He's got this top bench running and it looks like pressure's good and everything's running good. So what we need to do is kind of take note of how many rows he's watering, and then we'll actually go around the field and look on the back side of the field and see if any of the water has made it through yet. And then what would actually happen is that if the water has already made it through the field, then this portion of the field is considered irrigated, and then you would shut these irrigation gates and open up more down the way and just keep moving through the whole field. Spent a lot of time playing in that water when I was a kid. Came out and helped Dad irrigate. That's how I spent most of my time though when I was helping. So here we are on the back side of that bench, and we'll just kind of walk in there and see if there's any water that's made it through. Oh yeah, I got a wet foot now. I wasn't really thinking there. Should have brought my rubber boots. Oh yeah, we definitely got water. Without rubber boots, I can't really tell exactly if it's, just a handful of rows that have already made it through or if it's everything. Truly, I think the safe thing to do is maybe let this run for a little more time. I think Dad's back later this evening. That'll be about a full 24 hours on this field with water, so I think we'll kind of hold off and he'll probably change it to the next bench later today. We'll cut this windmill off again today. There's gonna be plenty of wind. No sense in this tank just running and running and running and boiling over. There's the bull up there. Let's get a look at him. How you guys all doing? Can we see your foot? You don't want to get up? There's full weight on it. Big old stretch. You don't really want to walk a whole lot right now, but I think that's more just him being a little lazy. It is pretty wild, but he has made a complete recovery. He's put condition back on. He's been running, chasing cows around. All is good. I am extremely, extremely impressed with how he's done. If you guys haven't seen the last video, our bull here had some major foot issues. We had to take him to the vet, and they really did a number on him, but fixed him up. I'll link that video right up here. See you walk, buddy. Walking good. Looks like the next thing will be flies again. As much as you guys like those fly spraying videos, I think you're gonna get to see one of those again here in the near future. While we're here, I guess we could take a look at the calves. This is number 20. He was our first calf that we had born this spring. I'd say they're all doing really good. Here's a mama and a baby standing side by side. That'll give us a good reference. What do you guys think? Are the calves growing? I think they kind of might be. Let me know in the comments if you guys are liking this Charolais Red Angus cross. Hybrid vigor. We did get the creep feeder back out here a week or so ago. Oh! Whoa! Ugh! This is a different creep feeder than what we had out here last year, and we have to do a couple final touches. We did get some rubber mats to help kind of keep the rain out on this side, but we haven't got any over on this side. We got some floor mats from town. We're gonna screw them on and hope it rains again. So this is a trick I learned with creep feeders. A lot of guys want to just come out here, pull a creep feeder out here and hope the calves go in it. But it's kind of a big new thing out here that they're not used to, and they don't really like to go into it. So it takes them a few days, a chunk of days before they go in there and start eating. What I've learned is you just have to be more inviting. You have to get the calves to want to come in there. And this is how I get that done. You put a welcome mat on there. The calves see that. Oh, welcome. That's very inviting. I'll come right in and eat. It's a nice little ranching hack. You get your calves going into your creep feeder sooner than the neighbors, and they'll be scratching their head wondering how. Now you can see how we get these Charcross calves growing up so quick. Well, boss's orders. The horses need a bail first before we do anything else. Let's head over and cut some grass over here in that other feedlot. This is where we had the cows kind of the majority of the end of the winter, and then all through calving. This was the bigger lot we had them in. And I guess we had them in here as pairs too before we kicked them out to the pasture. And just like we did with that lot over there by the horses that we seeded teff grass, we did the same over here on this feed lot, and it really did pretty good. It's got to the point now where it's getting way too mature, and there is a lot of pigweed out here that we tried to spray but just didn't get a good kill on. And we've actually had a handful of critters out here, as you can probably tell. This looks kind of chewed down and a little bit of tromp down. We have some new critters here on the farm, and this is where they're living at the moment. We've got those 4 fat steers on the home place. They're getting pretty close to the end of their time on the ranch. So with that quickly approaching, we did get a handful of more feeder calves that we're going to be replacing in that lot and just start the cycle over again. And here are the new critters. You can tell they're really kind of a little rough. Really a little bit of everything in here. Well, as you can tell, there's all shapes and sizes out here. These were some opportunity calves is kind of what we're calling them. The price was right, they were affordable, and if they clean up, they'll really do well. We'll get a good return on them. The struggle is just, you know, getting them to clean up to that point. Those 4 big steers on the other farm kind of started in a similar condition, and they really turned out good. So we're really hopeful and going to be putting some work into this group to do the same. This is what we're going to be trying to mow down. It's just gotten to the point where it's so mature that the cattle really aren't eating it anymore. So watching Farmer Tyler ranch this morning, he was kind of doing the same, but his maybe wasn't quite as bad as the stage that ours is in. But I don't know, it can't hurt. They're really not eating it now, so we'll try to mow it down, and once it dries out a little bit, maybe they'll pick at that mowed stuff. And really the biggest hope would be if we get a little moisture, we'd get a little bit of green regrowth from what was cut. So I don't know, this will be a little test. We're not going to do the whole lot. We'll just do a couple chunks and then kind of keep an eye on it and see how the cattle like it. I think they like it. At least they got some open ground now. We'll see if it makes any difference. They still got, oh, probably 2/3 of it is still tall standing, and we mowed down 1/3 of it. This will be a good test to see where they spend most of their time. If they spend most of their time grazing out here, I think that's going to be the sign that we need to mow the rest of it. I'm interested to see how it goes. My guess is they're going to spend more of the time eating the regrowth here on the mowed portion. Well, while I was mowing, I noticed one of these calves has got a really pretty sore eye, and he needs treated. So we better see if we can get a dart in him here, get him taken care of. That's frustrating. Go on. Well, it's the next day now. As I was mowing that grass yesterday, I was looking at these calves, and looks like there's one that's got a pretty sore eye, so we need to run it in here and treat it for that. And then I figured since we got to do that, we just else bring them all, and we'll do some fly spraying and maybe run them all through the alleyway here and give them some Ivermectin pour on down the back as well. Shooting back.
New floor, what are you giving them?
Drax and get some.
Wow.
Is he breathing a little?
Well, he's worked up now. Give him a little dose more, I guess.
Okay?
Yep.
Or do you want to go over there too?
That's all right. He'll come around. Well, that turned into a pretty busy day. I didn't really expect to do all that, but that's kind of the way it goes. We got through it all. Appreciate you guys hanging around and watching. We got some busy times coming up soon. I think here, probably the next video is preconditioning calves, and we'll do some more fly spraying then as well. So you guys won't want to miss that. Hope you're all doing well out there, and thanks for watching Jarzynka Farms.